This episode of Fluff Dragon Art is brought to you by my incredible patrons, including the epically generous Shadow Symbiote, Shepherd Shield, Thundernote the Change Pony, Gigabit the Saved Gamer, Ben, Queen Haiku, and Sharpwit. If you would like to join my private Discord server, get featured in my videos, join my weekly live streams, get free art, and a bunch of other awesome stuff, go to patreon.com/fluffdragonart or click the link in the description below. Hello my Fluffs, Lonnie your Fluff Dragon Overlord here with your weekly character creations and speed art. If you like what you see, help me to continue making this content for free by hitting that subscribe button and ringing that notification bell. If you're anything like me, it doesn't matter how long you've been drawing, animating, designing, whatever. You're always questioning whether you're charging the right amount for your work. When I first started charging for commissions, I researched the ever-living crap out of what to charge for them. I read hundreds of articles, watched all the videos I could find, and finally decided that I needed something other than opinions. So, I looked up the facts. This is what I found out, numbers and all, along with the specific pricing and realistic numbers I've researched found in a free, easy-to-read spreadsheet found in the link in the description below. On average, we aren't even charging minimum wage for our work as artists. Picture this. Someone opens up an ice cream shop. The minimum wage in their area is $10 an hour. But this person says, "Oh, I'm still new, we just opened up. Besides, my employees really love making ice cream, so I'm going to pay them only $5 an hour." Yeah, I don't see that business lasting for very long, do you? Aside from the legal ramifications, which may not apply to a single artist, the best case scenario would be that the employees would have to find a second job to cover expenses, splitting their attention at work and draining their energy, making the ice cream job less fun and more of a burden than a joy. As their reward satisfaction decreases, so will their willingness to be there, as well as their ability to treat customers with respect and positivity, especially on difficult days. Eventually they'll leave, and the ice cream business will no longer exist. If you're going to charge for your commissions, do yourself and the art community a favor and at least charge minimum wage. Anything less is detrimental to your mental health and to other artists trying to make a living. But I've been drawing for years. How do I know if my art is finally good enough to raise prices? I hate this question so much. Mostly because I ask it to myself on almost an hourly basis. So I looked it up. Did you know that business-employed artists earned up to $31 an hour at the start of their career? Yeah, it makes you look at that custom sketch you just spent the last hour on and sold for $1 in a whole new light, huh? Art is subjective. That does not mean you can't price it. It means that not everyone is going to like it. It also means that there are people out there who will love it. Obviously, you want to be smart about this and not charge $30 for a sketch when you don't have any understanding of the art basics like lighting and anatomy, but we are our own worst critics. If you've been actively studying and practicing your work with the intention to get better, and not just drawing the same way every time, then yes, price your work accordingly. Always keep your prices on the high side. I don't say this to rip off customers or because I'm greedy. I say this so when you hold sales or specials, you have enough wiggle room with your prices so you can give a discount without stressing about finances that month or working yourself to exhaustion. For example, let's say you're an illustrator with 5 years of experience. You typically charge about $46 for a piece that takes you about 2 hours to finish. But a holiday is coming up and you want to boost sales or you want to give back to your fans or whatever, and you have no idea how much to take off. So you say, I'll just go with a flat 50% sale just to make things easy. After a while, however, you are inundated with orders that are paying you half of what you'd typically earn. Not to mention the taxes you have to set aside and the equipment and tools you're using, or that ridiculous Adobe membership you're paying for every month. Forget about your savings account. That thing's as empty as your stomach will be this week because, oh crap, you forgot about paying for groceries. Whereas if you'd just done a tiny bit of math or looked at the easy cheat sheet I'd linked in the description, you'd know that you could take up off to 35% of your standard price before really hurting your income. Panic attack avoided. Speaking of avoiding panic attacks, we need to have a serious discussion about these emergency commissions. Stop. Just stop. Stuff comes up in life, I know, and it sucks, but it is never to be used as a selling point for your art. Your art business is like your child. It doesn't need to know about your financial struggles. It needs to focus on growing healthy and strong and becoming a good and decent part of society. Keep your financial struggles far away from it. It is so tempting to think putting a post out there explaining to others what your predicament is, but I promise it isn't going to help. Why? Because literally everyone else is in the same predicament. You might get a lot of sympathy shares and likes, but the commissions that come through will be few. Not to mention, a lot of these posts feature scary high discounts that make the commissions you do get not even worth the time you took to make the post. This is why you learn how to properly sell your craft and use your earnings wisely. Focus on what your customers want, not on what you need. When you switch from how are they serving me to how am I serving them, the commissions will come a lot easier and a lot more frequently so you can fund your savings account and prepare for those scary moments that will inevitably arise in life. Charging higher prices for your work is scary, I know, but it will give you the confidence and motivation, not to mention the financial security you need to succeed in your art career. But what about you? Do you agree with the points I've made in this video? Does the thought of raising the prices for your art scare you? Let me know in the comments below. Stay fluffy, my friends. See you next time.